Hello and welcome back to another episode of White Album 2. We are playing through Koharu's route in the closing chapter. They've just started calling each other by their first names, which is honestly a huge step between them. Let's just see how they continue it.
Hi.
同じ学部の先輩として、同じ付属の卒業生として、同じバイト先の先輩として、いろいろな立場を利用して。
それってつまり4月からも一緒にバイトしてくれるんですか？私のそばにいてくれるんですか？
約束する。
絶対に誓って。何があっても撤回したりしない？
どうすれば信じる？
態度で示してくれれば。
態度って。
Don't tell me. So suddenly?
撫でてください。
She is so cute.
何？
I thought my heart just got brutally carved out when I heard that, but I suddenly felt relieved the next moment.
私、いい子だから。今までずっと頑張って、いい子にしてきたんだから。
Because this is Koharu I'm talking about here. Koharu, who's always acted far too maturely for her age, and who hasn't shown any of her weaknesses to others, at least up until last year.
だから、いい子ってしてください。
I tightly clutch Koharu's head in a way that makes me look like I'm pinning her down, combing my fingers through her hair. He basically puts her in a headlock. That's so funny. I know full well that this is far too rough to be called patting. But I can't do it properly in a rational state of mind. I can't do it unless I pour all my feelings into it.
小春、このお前。
先輩、私。
Even as I'm making a real mess out of her hair, she looks genuinely happy as she closes her eyes. I wish I were one of the people living in the apartment next door, because what a funny show this would be to watch.
私、今、生まれてきてから一番弱い自分かもしれないです。
そうかよ。
ここ数日で一生分の嘘をついちゃったのに、それなのにこんなに幸せな気持ちになるなんて。
Aww. Poor girl.
小春。
絶対に罰が当たるよ、こんなの。今日はもうこれ以上話し合うのは無理かな。またお互い落ち着いたら話し合おう。今日は帰るよ、私。できれば来週から学校。ごめん、今言うことじゃないよね。嘘つき。違うよ、小春ちゃんの嘘つき。ここからはもう嘘じゃない。だったらどうして冬休みの間一度も連絡してくれなかったの？私のこと放っておいたの？電話するって、帰ったら電話するって言ったじゃない。私待ってたのに、次の日もその次の日も年が明けたって。
Oh, poor girl.
先生と一緒にいる時間はあんなにあったのに、私とは電話で話す時間すら作ってくれなかった。私を放ってずっと先生のそばにいたんじゃない。
Whew. I mean, a phone works both ways. Honestly, if someone said they'd call you and they don't, just give them a call the next day. I really don't think it's as big a deal as she's making it out to be. Thanks for last week. I'm sorry for calling you so suddenly on a Friday. And I really want to thank you so much for showing Takahiro around the campus, despite my sudden request. He's had a different glint in his eyes since he arrived home. He said something along the lines of how he'd definitely get into Hojo University and live out the campus life of his dreams. How did you manage to get him so pumped up? If I had known it'd have such an effect on him, I'd have brought him there sooner. But why is it that he's so enthusiastic now when he usually does? He's so enthusiastic now when he usually does visit during the Hojo Festival and the like? It's worded a bit oddly. I've been overseeing his studying personally recently, but how should I put this? I'd say his chances are about 50-50 at the moment. There's no time left after all, so we just have to hope that he is confident during the actual exam. I hope he'll pass. By the way, what I'm about to say next is a message that's purely from my parents. That's why none of this will represent my personal thoughts at all, which is why you should feel free to decide whether you'll accept or refuse this. On the weekend after the final exam, there will be a little party at our house. If you don't mind, why don't you join us? It's 8:20 again today. Setsuna's really gotta talk to her family. It's not fair to her or Haruki, or even the family, to keep them, under this lie, under this assumption that they're still dating. It's honestly really rude. The moment I reached the main gate 30 minutes before the first lecture, I spotted the sender of the text that I've just finished reading standing there. This is the 4th time this year that I've chanced upon this half coincidence. Usually, we would spend 30 seconds at most making small talk while going through the 50-meter walk that led to where we parted ways. However, today, you're welcome. Going out of my way to thoroughly show him around was well worth it if it meant that Takahiro became motivated because of it. That said, he didn't have any interest in the research buildings at all, only in things like the cafeteria, club buildings, and the dormitory. I'm not sure it was really all that helpful for him. Although, getting a recommendation from the high school would be much easier for him. It looks like Takahiro enjoys doing things the hard way. Still, I admire his ambition. Well, let him know that I wish him the best of luck. One more thing. A message to your parents. Thank you for being considerate of me, even though we haven't kept in touch for a long time. As of now, I don't have any plans for the time after the exams, but please let me put the answer on hold for the time being. However, I'll definitely let you know if I can make it or not beforehand. Once again, please tell them just how grateful I am to them. Thanks. I wonder when I last did something like this. Walking all the way to the university, only to skip class and head to the coffee house. Very unlike Haruki, actually. I wonder if Setsuna is currently reading my text in front of the gate. And then, since lecture hours are about to start, would she head inside her department's building while constantly looking back? That's right. Beyond a doubt, there's no other way to put this. I'm running away. On the weekend after the final exam, there will be a little party at our house. The final exam ends on the 10th of February. The weekend is on the 12th and 13th. That means...
お待たせしました。ブレンドです。
どうも。
it'll be Valentine's Day. That being said, the party's meant to celebrate Setsuna's birthday. Yeah, that's super awkward. Hey, here's my boyfriend. Like, come on, you have to tell the family. It's the day where I ended up betraying Setsuna for the first time. The events of last night, the contents of her text, and memories dating 3 years past are all mixed up in my mind. That's why I can't face Setsuna right now. It's because I betrayed her yet again. You really haven't, Haruki. Oh God. Really, what did you do wrong? Just because you move on doesn't mean you're betraying the original person. The bitter and warm sensation of my coffee slowly spreads across my mouth, and I focus all 5 senses on that sensation. It reawakens the soft, warm, and sweet memories I'd experienced just last night, along with the sensation of Koharu's breaths. I wonder if she is taking her classes properly. Unlike you, right now.
何それ。見たの。ゆうべ小春が男の人とキスしてるの。
Oh, jeez. Oh, I don't miss high school drama.
何してんの小春。あんた一体何してんのよ。さゆり、落ち着いて。どうしてやだかね。美穂子、小春が自分の彼取ったって。自分の彼との相談に乗ってるふりして、いつの間にか彼のバイト先にまで乗り込んで誘惑して取っちゃったって。
Okay, well, that's backwards.
ずっと諦めろってしつこく言ってたから、おかしいって思ってたらやっぱりだったって。
何笑ってんのよ。何がおかしいのよ。自分が何やったか分かってんのあんた。
だから落ち着いてってばさゆり。小春も逆ギレをやめて。逆ギレ？そっか。逆ギレしてるんだ。信じられなかったんだよ、最初は。けどあの子があんまりにも言うからさ、小春の潔白を証明してあげようって。つけたんだ、家まで。
あんたに私たちを責める権利あると思う？全部矢田の言う通りだったくせに。
ごめんね小春。でもさゆりが怒るの当然だと思う。
I don't know, maybe I'm just insensitive, but I still don't even think it's a big deal. Someone asked out their crush and he said, sorry, I'm not interested, and then your friend asks him out. I really don't think that's a big deal. It's not like Koharu's taking someone's man after they dated for 5 years or whatever, you know, there's no history. It was literally just a little crush.
ハコ、
優等生ずらして内心だけ稼いどきながら、裏では嘘つきまくりで親友裏切って男取っちゃって。すごいよあんた。1年間思いっきり騙されてたよ。
矢田さんボロボロだった。あなたがそうしたんだよ。美穂子が私のこと。
でどうするつもり？矢田にどうやって償うつもり？ もう別の人傷つけるから話せないとか、そういうレベルじゃないよね、これ。やだに、美穂子に少しくらいは申し訳ないって思う心もないの？あんたは。
小春、
なんとか言ったらどうなの？
バカバカしくて話になんないよ。
杉浦さゆり、もういい。確かにあんたの言う通り話になんない。一気に萎えたわ。
Oh, what a complicated situation.
そっか。
I mean, there's no way for her to excuse herself at this point either. You can't just be like, I was comforting him, or he needed me, or, you know, he's having a rough time. Like, no, they caught you kissing him. So, like, there's really nothing else to be said. They either understand or they don't.
じゃあね、もう杉浦とは口聞かないから、話にならないんだからしょうがないよね。
さゆり、小春、
私わかんないよ。小春がどうしてこんなことしちゃったのか全然わかんないよ。あこ、行くよ。
私にだってわかんないよ。なんでこんなことになるのか全然わかんないよ。春樹先輩。
Aw, man, that's hard.
それでその後どうなったんですか？
And now she sounds much better.
それだけ。結局教授にチェックされてボツになった。
先輩、それだとオチがないです。
だって事実をそのまま話しただけだし。
何のためにその話を選んだんです？私に興味持たせようとしたんじゃないんですか？
いや、小春が今日あった話なら何でもいいって言ったから。
だからって本当にただ今日あったことを何のひねりもなく話されても面白くないですよ。私を楽しませようって気はないんですか？
勘弁してくれ。俺にそういうセンスないのは知ってるだろ。
それは知ってたけど、ここまで融通の利かない人だとは思ってませんでした。
It's 1 a.m. The call that came a little before the date changed over is starting to stretch into the long call territory.
つまんなくて悪かったな。電話で雑談するの本当に久しぶりだから勝手がつかめなくて。
私は用がないのに人に電話したのって初めてかも。
だろうな。さっきからなんとなくそう思ってた。
これわかります？
普通用もないのに電話してくる子は用もないのにのべつ幕なし喋りまくるんだよ。
そういう相手だったんですね。昔先輩が用もないのに電話してたのは。
まあな。
3 years ago, there was a time when I had these meaningless phone calls every night. Things were so much easier for me back then. After all, she was completely different from how she was at school, chatting with me non-stop about nothing in particular. But right now, we had to gather courage just to call each other. And even if we did, we would end up apologizing just for calling.
怒っちゃいました？
何を？
私が誰のこと言ってるのか見え見えで。
She even saw through what I was reminiscing about.
ごめんね、先輩。
だから何を？
私の気持ち受け止めたせいで また辛い思いさせちゃって。
小春。
先輩が元気になりますようにって神様にお願いしておきながら、あんなことしちゃったら世話ないよね。
それは俺が解決する問題だから、小春は気にしなくていいよ。
I'm admittedly taken aback by how naturally I'd managed to spew such words out, knowing that even I would smile wryly in response if I were on the receiving end. Even though I've always ran away from that problem, which I have to settle on my own, and even had Koharu protect me.
もう小春からは元気をもらってる。これ以上何もしてもらう必要はない。だから今度は俺が小春に元気を返せればいいなって思う。
私は元気
なら余計元気になればいい。
Aw, I hope so. She really needs it.
先輩、春樹先輩。
I wonder if Koharu's realized it. The cheerfulness she did her best to maintain for an hour has little by little deteriorated into tears.
リクエストは？
会いたいな。会いたいよ。
土曜な。ちゃんとバイト行くから。
あと5日か。遠いな。遠いよ。
Even though we just met yesterday. No, it's because we met and ended up touching each other more than we usually do.
だから今は話くらいしかできないけど。
それでいいです。声だけでも聞けるなら。
I could only imagine what kind of pain Koharu was going through. Though I really don't know how close my imagination is to the actual reality at all.
じゃあ今日のゼミのテーマについて。
Why don't you ask her what's going on? And if she says she doesn't want to talk about it, that's fine, but at least offer.
何ですかそれは。
だって俺女の子と長話できるネタもスキルもないから。
Clearly.
もう先輩らしいな。
ダメ？そしたら今日食った学食のメニューとか。
もういいです。ゼミの話で。どうせ私も色っぽい話なんかできないし。
助かる。それなら何時間でも話せるから。
I mean, she's still a high schooler. Maybe don't talk to her all night long.
じゃあ私は適当に合図打っておきますね。途中で寝ちゃったら勝手に切ってください。
わかった。じゃ
Aww.
あ。
The only thing I can do right now is to be by her side. If we can't physically be together, at least we can spend our time together. Be it my words, my voice, or even my breath. If it can get through to Koharu's tired heart and body even a little, I'm fine with it.
それで教授が言うには。
はい。
でもこの時代の作品は結局さっき説明した2系統に分類されるんで。でこの作者の場合前期と後期で随分思想が変わってて。要するに何が言いたいかというと。
At least it's a good way for Haruki to study.
好きです。
Aww.
小春、お前今
相づちですよ。
なのか？
気にしないでください。続きをどうぞ。
She's so adorable.
ああ。
And it wasn't a super strong form of love. Like, if you heard that in English, you'd be like, what? But it can also just be taken as, I like you. Like that, you know, like, I like you. So.
それで、彼の死後、弟子たちがその思想を受け継いで。
大好きです。
There's the big one. There's the big I love you. Oh, jeez. In the end, even an hour after that, Koharu kept on reminding me that she's paying attention. It's so cute.
高弘なあ、高弘ってばよ。
今の俺に話しかけるな。集中してんだから。
お前が授業中に勉強してるの初めて見たぞ。
せめて自習中と訂正してくれ。
一般受験組は辛いね。クラスの半分がもう推薦決まってるこの付属社会じゃ完全な負け組だもんな。
委員長ってのはな、最後尾を守る役目なんだよ。全員が大学という安全地帯に避難するまでのな。
お前せめて面接まで行けてりゃその口車でなんとかなったかもしんないのにな。
もう一度言うぞ、今の俺に話しかけるな。
な、そんなことよりもよ、今クラスですっげえ噂になってんだけど。
3度目を言わせたいか。
興味ないか。
自分のことで手一杯なのに人の噂にまで構ってられるかよ。
It's really cute to see Takahiro really taking things seriously, though.
そんなこと言ってられるかな。だってお前。
ああ、もううるせえ、何もかも。お前もだけど教室全体が俺をイライラさせやがる。
そんなにうるさいなら注意すればいいだろう。委員長なんだから。
俺が注意したってしょうがないだろ。そういうポジションじゃないんだから。
まあな、委員長のくせにいつも率先して騒いでるやつだから。
このクラスには裏委員長がいるだろ。任期1年の。だから俺は安心してバカやってこれたんだし。
ちょっとみんな静かにしなさい。
ほらな。
うちは実習でも隣のクラスは授業やってんだから、人の迷惑考えて。
それなんだけどな、もしかしたら今その安全弁は火に油かもしんないぞ。
なんだそりゃ。
ビッチ。
Ooh.
行っちゃったよこいつ。人の迷惑考えろだって。大傑作。
Oh man, high school is so rough.
人の振り見て我が振り直せっての。昔の人はいいこと言ったよね。
静かにして。静かにしてよ。
うちのクラスいつの間にこんなことになってんだ。
お前が人の噂に構ってないまだな。
Oh, people can be so cruel.
なあ、やっぱ魔王高原あたりまで足伸ばさねえ。樹氷見れるってよ、樹氷。
やだよ、あそこもう東北じゃん。そんな寒いところごめんだよ。
じゃあなんでスキー行こうなんて言うんだ。
あ、サエバあたりなんかいいんじゃない？車でも2時間くらいで行けるでしょ。
あんな近場だときっとベタ雪だぞ。それに客も多そうだし。
どこも帯に短し、たすきに流しだね。
なあ、春樹、お前ならどっちがいい？
それと頼んだ富士宮焼きそばまだ
Fujinomiya yakisoba.
今度はそうきたか。じゃあ俺は鴨のテリーのカンパーニュ風で。
Family restaurants definitely wouldn't have either of those things.
何がじゃあ俺はだ。もうそのネタ飽きた。ついでに店員を市場で呼びつけるな。他のお客様もいるんだぞ。
他のお客様？
どこに？
みんなの心の中にだよ。
It's a little past closing time on a Sunday. Alright, before we get into the conversation of our lovely trio here, we'll end for today. Thank you so much for being with me here on this episode, and I will bring you more in the future. So until then, I hope you take care. See you!